Every night when your dog curls up next to you, it might feel like simple comfort. But what if that quiet moment is actually your dog sending you a powerful message, one that goes back thousands of years? In the next few minutes, we'll uncover the hidden reasons behind this bedtime ritual. And I promise, reason number 4 will change the way you see your dog forever. 1. Survival instinct. Think back to the very first night your dog decided to stay in your bed. Maybe it was a rescue pup who had never trusted anyone before. Maybe it was a shy dog who used to sleep in the corner, but one night chose you. Do you remember how that felt? That wasn't just a random decision. It was instinct at work. Long before dogs became our companions, their ancestors slept in tight circles, pressed against one another, ears alert, always ready for danger. Survival meant sticking with the pack. In the wild, the one who slept alone was the one who didn't wake up. That ancient code still lives in your dog today. Even in your warm house, with blankets, toys, and safety all around, that primal brain whispers, "Stay close. Stay safe." And when your dog presses against you, they're not just cuddling. They're saying, "You are my pack. With you, I'm safe." Modern science supports this. Studies on canine attachment reveal that dogs experience deeper, more restful sleep when they're close to their humans. That's called NREM sleep, the kind of rest that allows them to fully let their guard down. So when your dog curls up beside you, it's not just about warmth, it's trust, it's survival transformed into affection. That deep sigh they give before drifting off? That's not just comfort, it's their body finally saying, "I can relax now." And here's something even more fascinating. Have you ever noticed where your dog sleeps when you're not home? Maybe on your side of the bed, or buried in your clothes. It's not random, it's a powerful instinct, seeking the scent, the space, and the safety that only you provide. This bond is ancient. Wolves once relied on their pack for warmth and security. Today, your dog relies on you. In their mind, you are the pack leader, the guardian, the one who ensures survival. And here's the best part. They don't choose this lightly. Dogs don't waste trust. When they give it, it's forever. And every time they choose to sleep by your side, it's their way of saying, "You are my family. You are my home." But survival is just the beginning. What comes next goes even deeper. Something emotional, almost sacred. Because beyond instinct, there's trust. And trust is the foundation of everything your dog feels for you. 2. Trust and emotional bond. Think about this. In the wild, falling asleep beside another being was the ultimate act of vulnerability. Closing your eyes meant risking everything, your safety, your life. So when your dog chooses to sleep beside you, it's not just routine. It's a declaration, louder than words. "I trust you with everything I am." You didn't ask them to. You didn't train them to. One night, quietly and without warning, they circled once, curled up near you, and stayed. That moment wasn't random. It was a choice, and that choice is sacred. Trust is not something dogs give away lightly. It's earned, slowly, through patience, love, and presence. And when they finally decide you are safe enough to sleep beside, that's the moment you've crossed a line, out of owner territory and into family. Science actually explains this beautifully. When dogs bond emotionally with humans, their brains release oxytocin, the same hormone that bonds a mother to her baby. It's why your dog sighs when you pet them, why they melt against your chest after a long day. That's not just comfort, it's biology saying, "You are my safe place." And your dog knows you, more than you think. They notice the sigh in your voice you didn't mean to let out, the way you sit just a little heavier on the edge of the bed after a rough day, the subtle shift in your breathing when you're anxious. They don't need words. They respond with presence. Sometimes they lean against you. Sometimes they rest their head on your chest. Sometimes they simply stay. Have you ever had a night when you didn't want to talk to anyone, but your dog still refused to leave your side? That wasn't by chance. That was emotional loyalty in its purest form. A silent promise. You don't have to explain. I'm here. And maybe that's why the first time a rescue dog finally chooses to sleep beside you, many people cry. Not because of training, not because of convenience, but because in that quiet moment, they weren't just accepted, they were chosen back. That moment is unforgettable. The weight of trust feels heavier than the weight of their body. It's the night when vulnerability turns into love. So ask yourself this: has your dog ever given you that silent gift of trust? Has there been a night when you suddenly realized they weren't just next to you, they were with you? Drop their name in the comments below. I'd love to know who has chosen you in this way. And here's the beautiful part. Trust is just one piece of the puzzle. Dogs don't just choose you because of safety or emotional closeness. Sometimes they're drawn to something even deeper, something primal, something invisible, something carried in the air itself. Because the next reason goes beyond comfort and even beyond trust. It's about the most powerful sense your dog has, the one that defines their world. 3. Scent of home. To us, comfort means softness, pillows, blankets, warmth. But to your dog, comfort means something else entirely. Your scent. Your smell is their compass, their anchor, their sense of safety. It's how they find you in a crowd, how they know when you're sad, and yes, it's how they decide where to sleep at night. Scientists tested this once. Dogs were given 2 identical beds, same size, same material, no difference at all, except one carried the owner's scent. Overwhelmingly, the dogs ignored the plain bed and curled up on the one that smelled like their person. Not because it was softer, not because it was warmer, but because it felt like home. That's why your dog might sneak onto your pillow, burrow into your blanket, or curl up in the laundry you left on the floor. It's not random, it's intentional. When they surround themselves with your scent, it's as if they're wrapping themselves in you. For anxious dogs, rescues, or pups who've known instability, this is even more powerful. They've lived fear. They've lived uncertainty. And when they discover the smell of safety, the smell of you, they cling to it. Your scent slows their heartbeat, calms their breathing, and lets them sleep with both eyes closed for once. And here's something truly beautiful. Over time, your scents begin to mix. Their fur, your pillow, the blanket you share, it all blends. That combined scent becomes a chemical signal, telling their brain, we belong together. Have you ever caught your dog sneaking away with your sock or burying their face into an old t-shirt you left behind? To us, it might look funny, even a little naughty. But to them, it's proof of connection. It's love in its simplest form. I miss you and I need you close. Now I want to hear from you. Has your dog ever stolen a piece of your clothing just to keep it near? Or maybe they choose your side of the bed when you're gone? Comment below and tell me their story. Every dog has their own little ritual, and I'd love to know what yours does to stay close. Because the truth is, scent isn't just about comfort, it's about identity. To your dog, your smell is a safe haven in a noisy, confusing world. It's what tells them they're not alone. And that's why so many dogs don't just prefer your bed. They need it. It's the place where the scent is strongest, where the connection feels the most real. But scent is only part of the story. Dogs aren't just drawn to what feels familiar. They're drawn to what heals. Because the next reason your dog chooses your bed isn't just about instinct, trust, or scent. It's about something far more powerful. The way your body itself helps them feel safe, calm, and whole. 4. Healing warmth. Have you ever noticed how, no matter the season, your dog always finds the warmest spot in the house? Sometimes it's by the heater. Sometimes it's under the blanket you just used. But most often, it's right next to you. That's not just about comfort, it's about healing. Dogs naturally run warmer than we do, around 101 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. But for them, warmth isn't just physical, it's emotional. It signals safety, calm, and balance. When they press against your body at night, they're not only getting cozy, they're regulating their stress. There's science behind this too. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that close contact, like cuddling a dog, lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, and increases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. The effect goes both ways. Your presence calms them, and theirs calms you. Think about it. Have you ever had a night where nothing could help you relax? Until your dog curled up against you? Their heartbeat, their warmth, their steady breathing, it slowed you down. It made you feel safe. That's not a coincidence. That's biology working in perfect harmony. This is even more powerful for dogs who've experienced trauma or anxiety. A rescue who once flinched at every sound might one day place just a paw on your leg. The next night, they stay a little longer, and eventually they curl against your chest as if they've always belonged there. That isn't just warmth, it's healing. It's them saying, "This feels right. This feels safe," and breeds matter too. A husky might sprawl at the foot of the bed, content in the cold. But a Chihuahua or a rescue mix with no undercoat might burrow so deep into your side it feels like their life depends on it. Because maybe once, it did. So let me ask you, has your dog ever tucked themselves so close you could feel their heartbeat? Has that quiet contact ever helped you fall asleep when nothing else could? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and if you're enjoying this journey into the hidden meaning of your dog's habits, make sure to subscribe to our channel. There are so many more secrets about canine behavior waiting to be uncovered, and I don't want you to miss them. Because here's the thing. Your dog isn't just lying next to you for warmth. They're choosing closeness over independence. They're choosing connection over solitude. And that choice says more about love than words ever could. But as powerful as warmth and healing are, they aren't the final reason. The last one is the most touching of all. It's the ultimate truth behind why your dog ignores their fancy bed, their blanket, their toys, and chooses you every single night. It's not about comfort. It's not about safety. It's not even about healing. It's about love. Pure, unconditional love. 5. Love and belonging. You've probably bought your dog a bed before, maybe even a fancy one. Orthopedic foam, soft cover, raised edges, machine washable. And yet, every night, like clockwork, they leave it behind. They climb onto your bed, rest their head on your pillow, and press their back against you. Why? Because to them, your bed is not just a bed. It's love. In the wild, dogs and their ancestors carefully chose sleeping spots, not just for comfort, but for security, for identity, for belonging. Your dog does the same thing today. Your bed isn't just soft, it's yours. And by choosing it, they're choosing you. When they curl into your sheets, nestle into your blanket, or stretch across your pillow, they're not borrowing space. They're sharing something sacred. They're saying, "This is where my heart feels at peace." And here's the truth. It's not one-sided. Studies, including research from the Mayo Clinic, have found that people often sleep better when their dogs are close, not because sleep is flawless, but because their presence brings peace. That steady breath, that little heartbeat, becomes a lullaby. So maybe that's what this has been about all along. Not dominance, not habit, not convenience, but peace, shared, night after night. Think back to the very first night your dog finally stayed beside you. Maybe they stopped pacing. Maybe they stopped flinching at every sound. And then they sighed, a deep, content sigh that said, "I'm safe now." That moment wasn't about training. It wasn't about routine. It was about trust, about loyalty, about love, and maybe even healing on both sides. Because sometimes we need them just as much as they need us. And here's the most beautiful part. Dogs don't fake this. They don't pretend. When they choose to be close, it's real. No conditions, no games, just love. Not everyone is lucky enough to be chosen like that, but if your dog sleeps by your side every night, no matter the weather, no matter the space, you have been chosen, and that is no small thing. So let me ask you, where does your dog sleep? Did they claim your bed right away? Or did it take time, one paw at a time, until they finally stayed? Drop a comment and share your story. I read every single one, and each story is proof of the incredible bonds we share with our dogs. Because at the end of the day, when your dog curls up beside you, it's not just about softness, warmth, or even instinct. It's about the deepest truth of all. You are their home. And if this story touched your heart, consider hitting that subscribe button. That way, you'll never miss the next time we uncover the hidden language of dogs, their signs, their secrets, their love. If you enjoyed this, check out our other videos to discover more incredible dog behaviors that will make you see your best friend in a whole new way.